Hello everyone and welcome to DIY Ideas. Today I'm going to show you this wonderful shawl that you can see in front of us. So we have awesome shades, awesome colors, everything from pink, purple, golden, yellow, and everything in between. And this is also going to be super easy even if you're a beginner, and I think it yields a great result. So I'm going to show you how you can do this. You can see how stretchy it is and the texture is really nice. So if you want to see what I used and how I did it, stay tuned. So here is what we have for today. I already worked with this yarn a little bit, so this is why the label isn't on there anymore, but it's from Rico Design, my favorite brand. And yeah, you can see here that we have 3 threads that kind of build our main thread. And yeah, the one of each 3 changes color at a time, so one at a time, and it's very subtle. Yeah, so I'm really excited to work with this. So this is 20% wool and 80% acrylic. And yeah, the recommended hook size is 6 to 7, and I took my 8mm one because I wanted it a little bit looser. And yeah, it's I think 250 meters in length. So let's get started. I'm gonna do the magic ring today like this, and we're gonna start with some chains. I'm gonna do 7 this time. Okay, there we go. Then we go in and we do a treble. And yeah, so we have here the 7 chains. 5 are for the height, 2 are for the distance, and a treble. And now we're going to pull this a little bit tighter so that we can close it up and continue working. So now we're going to do 5 chains, and that's always how we're going to start every new row. We're going to turn, and then we can do the first little stitch on here with a yarn over, and we're going to do a treble there. There we go. And you can always remember it's always trebles, and so 5 trebles for the height and 2 for the distance. So I have here 3 for the height of the treble, so that's supposed to be the same height, and then 2 on top. So this time we have 5, and I think I said 7, but we have 5 here. And then we can go around these chains right here, and we're going to do a treble into there, 2 chains, and another treble. So here are the 5 chains, then a treble, then 2 chains, and treble, 2 chains, treble. So at the end and at the beginning, we always have the additions. So now we have 4 trebles instead of the 2 that we had in the last row. Okay, so now we can continue with the next row, and we're gonna do that by doing 5 chains for the height again. Then we can turn, and the first treble we always work into the same spot that we started with here. After each treble we're going to do 2 chains, and then we're going to continue to do a treble on top of the existing treble, and we're going to keep switching between trebles and 2 chains till we get to the end. In this case that's not that far since we're just getting started, but the longer your rows end up being, the more trebles you're going to have in the additions. So yeah, now we can close up this round. We have a treble, 2 chains, and 2 more trebles here at the end. There we go. Okay, so this is what we have. So here are the 5 chains that we started with. The treble, it's underneath or above the chain of the last row. And here at the end, we have the trebles around the chains. So treble, 2 chains, treble. Super simple. And now we can continue. So out of this, we have 6 trebles now. So here on the sides, we are doing additions, and in the middle, we just do chains and trebles as we see them. Okay, so this was row number 3. Let's do row number 4. Again, 5 chains. Then we can turn. Then a treble into this treble from underneath. So I did 2 chains, and now I'm doing a treble, but I need to redo it. Something went wrong. There we go. Then we do 2 trebles, a chain, or 2 chains and a treble, and we keep doing that till we get to the other end. And now at the end, we can't forget treble, 2 chains, and another treble around the chains that we started the last row with. And then we have the 6 chains from the last row in the new one, and we have 4, let me count again, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, now we're good. So this is pretty loose now, as you can see, and that's exactly what we want. It's already pretty big, and yeah, I'm going to continue a little bit more and then I'll be back with an update. Okay, so here is an update, and now you can see a little color change here. So one of the threads changes into this white beige shade, so we're not completely yellow as in the first section that we started with. And yeah, you can see the structure as well. I think it looks really lovely, and it's pretty big already. And yeah, I'm not using a lot of yarn, so I have a lot to go. And yeah, I wanted to show you exactly this section because I thought the color change is really nice. And also the cool thing is we have another color change incoming. So you can see here that we're switching to white. So there's just one thread that stays yellow and the 2 are white, which means that we are going to have a different effect very soon. And you see that I'm just at the beginning. I have a lot more to go. So when I do all of this, I'll be right back. In the meantime, I have almost no yarn left, so not enough for a new row, and you can see what I have for now. I think it's really cool because it's super big, and you can still see how light it is, so the structure is really loose, and we have a lot of holes in here. This net pattern is really, really lovely, and you can see all of the colors that we have. We have a little bit of light purple, maybe even a little bit of pink, and yeah, let's finish it. Okay, so now we have this amount of yarn, and it's not enough for a new row because the rows have gotten pretty long. So what we're going to do now is shorten this. We're going to leave a little bit of the thread here, and then what we're going to do is tighten that a little bit to keep it in place and leave the end in. So that's this thread that we just cut off, and then also the beginning. If I can find it in here, I know we started with yellow and there's a lot. Okay, there we go. There's the beginning thread, so we're going to weave that in, and then we're going to be pretty much done. So I hope you enjoyed today's project. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think. You can also subscribe if you'd like to see more. And yeah, if you do, make sure to click on the notification bell as well, because then you'll be notified every time I post something new. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.